HCA is a leading US hospital group founded in the 1960s and headquartered in Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah, I've said this many times before, but of course, if you're going global, you want to be looking at the hospital groups because that makes sense. We know Obamacare, again, gives everybody medical insurance. So yes, there's going to be a lot more people going to receive treatments of the sort we've been mentioning. Interesting, though, that the hospital sector is not as consolidated in the United States as you may guess. And this company, although it's the biggest, isn't quite as large as you might think.
It has grown through acquisitions to own 165 hospitals and 115 surgery centers. That's in both the USA and the UK. Market cap here, $38.4 billion US dollars. Price to earnings ratio, 19.4. Dividend yield, unavailable.
Not being paid is what that means.
It's a high growth company.
No monies from the dividends.
No, we're reinvesting those monies, I assume, because of the high growth story here.
Yes, I think the Obamacare is specifically something that I like, because the fact that these hospitals couldn't in the past show away sick people that arrived on their doorstep. They had to take them. So there was a lot of people that couldn't really pay. And now with Obamacare, more people are going to actually pay their bills. So that really helps this company amongst all the other hospitals in the US. But this one I particularly also like. I think it's a company that has shown they've done the right sort of investments. They're also now talking about going into Australia. So again, it's kind of a global diversifier when you look at it, and hospitals are very profitable.
And Paul, you've been excited about the high growth potential for this company, considering
it's
our
interesting
last
because quite a
conversation.
lot of the things I like when it comes to global investments are about young people and about young people's choices. You know, like getting to work out my Nikes and people using
Your
debit
children are
cards instead of
influencing you, in
social
other words.
media and, you know, debit cards instead of cash. But the healthcare theme in hospitals is really about old people. You know, we know that there are more and more people that have got the life savings because of the way that financial markets have performed, that are in a position to spend. And we also know that from experience, a full something like 70% of your aggregated contributions to medical aid will in fact be consumed in the last 2 years of your life, because by definition people are able to be using these technologies. So HCA just has a dynamic management team. Let's have a look at the share chart.
Let's have a look at, and that share chart looks good.
Very nice.
That's again our 5-year share chart.
So I'm not sure what was going on at the beginning there, probably some sort of adjustment related to a corporate action, but forgetting that, you can just see this one has really boomed, and it booms right at the end there when the Supreme Court of the United States of America ruled that the Obamacare program was not unconstitutional. Remember, the Republicans have been trying for years and years and years to have the whole thing overturned because it contradicted the state's powers relative to the federal government.
Have we missed the boat? Because that steep curve at the end is obviously, as a result, well, puts the PE where it is. Could we buy into this one?
Well, I think if you want to invest for the long term, you can definitely still buy a healthcare company at this sort of rate, or valuation rather. Again, if having said that, they're moving into different markets. They still have a lot of growth opportunity, and Obamacare is just, you know, getting started. So there's a lot of opportunity in this, and people aren't going to live shorter. They're just going to live even longer. So it's a good company to hold.
It's a good company to hold, Paul. Anything else to add?
However, if you think the US market is too competitive and there's not enough space to grow, the good news is after the break, we're going to be talking about another healthcare hospital group that has a combination of international and emerging markets focus.
So don't go away. Hot. We haven't
Yes,
done
hot
hot
for
or
me.
not? Hot.
I do own some of
You
this
do,
HCA.
so-
It's a little bit of an experimental position, but for me, I think the right
Hot.
kind of space to be hot. Yeah.
Yeah?
Also hot.
Also hot.